ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from FedEx Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Seven Pirates. Seven Pirates. Hey, Chad. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 White.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Rig! 70 range, trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Nothing, 19.
2nd and 3. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 10.
It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11.
And the Lions will take over.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to line up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 86 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
You've got to give kudos to the offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire. And they got it back to third manageable with that run.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18. Go street.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. On the ball. On the ball.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, they'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
On the set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Hands it off out of the gun. And not much room to speak of. We'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Red, cycle. Hey,
The slot man in motion right. Here's a 2nd and 7. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
ready, play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll just get rid of it.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end.
Right through. Hut. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Their mobile, agile quarterback making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Back and 60. On the ball, on the ball.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
77. Pass for 11. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check smash. Check smash. Hustle. Hustle.
2nd and 6. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
In motion left, the tight end. And he's got it.
Touchdown, Washington.
Dallas Gator from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple on 4th and 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
108 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right.
Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Slot man moves right. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Good. 60 Maverick. Check contact. Check contact.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hold ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
And they'll run with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Travis Etienne, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been Lions who have been following the opening drive score on the other side, but this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ready.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Ultra.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out downfield.
Now back to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The slot man in motion right. 2nd and 11. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 142 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come.
Here we go.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Yellow, green. Yellow, go. Here, black. Red, yellow.
Back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10. Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
ETN up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Adams the man in motion right.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 50, trap 50.
Second and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shot. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, Crash. Come back, team. Come back, team.
They'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. 190 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He'll pick up only a yard there. They'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive game, that's nice, but rich and hard.
Yeah, exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way
as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
Come on, set. Right. Ready.
He'll look to throw. A slant to Jones. And in for the Lions touchdown. Zay Jones, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. The try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way. But you're right. He got it out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right?